Hello and welcome to the second series of the evening, guys. It's going to be Dota League season number 4, as always for this tournament. The group stage is Execration versus Insidious Idol coming out. Execration, they had an excellent game number 1 against Mineski. Game number 2, maybe they relied too much on a similar strategy but without the just optimal heroes for that kind of strategy. So we'll see if they want to go for the same thing once again or not. Last time around I did first pick that Elder Titan. So we'll see if that's going to happen once again now. And of course, in Insidious Idol, their playstyle should differ from Mineski's quite a lot. So hoping to see some crazier kind of drafts from Insidious Idol coming out. I'm not too sure how crazy they are actually these days, but they used to go for like a lot of Juggernaut or Zeus support, something along those lines. Even Tusk came out rather regularly. I mean, if a Tusk can come out regularly at all, maybe for Screen Squad, but here we are, Elder Titan first pick by Execration, Brewmaster and Razor banned, Tidehunter and Death Prophet by Insidious Idol, so just completely stock standard bans. What? Insidious Idol, what are their first picks going to be? It's the Skyriff Mage to begin with, maybe Ogre Magi, maybe Vengeful Spirit now if they want to go for the support straight away. If they want to focus on cores, I guess Centaur, Skyriff Mage wouldn't be a bad combination. Maybe a Viper if you're into that hero. Just something along those lines. Legion Commander Skyriff Mage wouldn't also be the worst of combinations. Elder Titan Natural Order might be a little bit too annoying for the Legion himself, just making it so that he can actually lose duels. Or has to think twice before going for a duel. But they do go for the Centaur, so just standard stuff. Once again. Can't say I'm overly surprised or anything. But Vengeful will come out for the Execration side. So this time around, it really looks like Execration. It's nice that they have found maybe their own so-called theme, their drafting style. But going for almost the identical draft every single game. Of course, it's not quite identical quite yet. But with the next picks, it might be something like a Drow Ranger Witch Doctor once again. Of course, it can be strong, but it might work out for a couple of games, and then suddenly people just figure out what to ban against that particular lineup, and you're kind of gonna be screwed all of a sudden. So it's definitely good to have your own style, but it needs to be a little bit more versatile than Execrations might be at this point in time. So the next set of bans, Sand King as well as the Slark banned out by Execration. Insidious Idol, first banning out the Faceless Void, and I think they've banned out Faceless Void plus Doombringer in both of the games against Mineski just before. So, are they gonna go for the exact same bans again, or are they going for something different? They do go for something different. So it's the Medusa ban, whereas they're picking up an Ember Spirit. So I thought we might see something different than what Mineski drafted, but looks like in Insidious Idol, they are going for more or less the same themselves as well. I mean, yes, the Centaur wasn't there for Mineski, I believe, but in any case, Execration, their own third pick about to come as well. Is it gonna be the Drow? Is it gonna be a Witch Doctor instead? I mean, Witch Doctor is really never a bad hero, and they do go for the Drow. Insidious Idol, if they want to, Witch Doctor would be available for themselves now. I mean, good heal, decent-ish stun. Parallel Death Ward is always gonna be nice. But will they go for it? That's another question. There are other supports as well that you can try to pick up. Rubik, probably not the best. Sand King already banned. Although Sand King isn't that popular of a hero, but would be pretty nice. Just Blink Burrow Strike, close the distance on the Drow Ranger, Blink Hoofstomp to follow, then Ember Spirit comes in with a Remnant, something like that. Phantom Assassin could still also be a possibility if they want to run an Ember Spirit mid lane, depending on what Execration runs in the mid lane themselves. They did show that they're not afraid to just even put Drow Ranger into the mid lane if need be, and Insidious Idol going for the double spirits, the Storm Spirit to come out from them. Thank God we're seeing something different today. So that's gonna mean that Insidious, they probably want to go for some pretty nice aggression. I mean, Ember Spirit, although he won't do too much physical damage early on, his magical damage, just the lockdown from the Searing Change, as well as the Flame Guard, they do quite a lot. So with the Storm Spirit, Centaur jumping in and the Ember Spirit to follow, they have quite a lot of ways of just getting close to the draw, and even if the blink does not get you far enough if you're a centaur, the stampede will still help out. And of course stampede is nice against frost arrows as well. Execration, for the third game in a row, together with the throw ranger, also getting themselves a puck. So 3 of their heroes have been the same, exactly the same, for all 3 games today that I've casted of them. I can't say it's the most exciting thing to watch, but maybe that they have a Vengeful Spirit as a support, maybe it's gonna work for them once again. It really depends how your early game goes. I mean, Execration against Mineski game number 1. Execration, they just dominated the early game. They were just doubling up the kills of Mineski and whatnot. So if they can manage to do a similar thing once again, they can definitely snowball. But we'll see if that's gonna happen. Last bans though, Visage, banned out by Insidious Idol. They know Execration needs another support. But Execration themselves, what's their ban going to be? Well, I guess you ban out the support, maybe even ban out an Enigma. Execration, there's a chance that they're going for aggressive tri-lane, but in the off chance that they're not, an Enigma probably wouldn't get punished at all. The only thing that would come out of it is that the Elder Titan would have a slightly better time in the offlane, although Sky of Mage is still pretty annoying against him. Unless Elder Titan gets a really fat Astral Spirit returning to him and just smacks the Skyriff down. But now Insidious Idol, 20 seconds left, plus a safe 1 minute of 37 seconds reserve time as well. So they probably need a support or a jungler. Just go for Axe Jungle, guys. Do us proud. Axe Jungle Insidious Idol, go. Most likely not gonna happen, but a boy can dream. A boy can dream. I've seen plenty of axes in the last week anyway, I'm pretty happy with that already. But 1 minute 30 left. Lots of time to just make their decision. Nothing massive. Nothing just too hard for them to figure out probably. But what just so-called tier 1 supports are there? Jack Hero is still there if they want to. Excellent hero against the puck, to be honest. So Jack Hero support could come out. Additional pushing power. Nice long range disable with the ice path. I think it actually would be pretty nice for them just as a support. Enigma or Shakiro, guys, go. Get some pushing power. Be able to make or just force trades maybe with Execration. Maybe even force Execration back off, but don't go for a Lion instead. It is a good enough hero to just deal with the puck, hex him up, and finger him down. Or maybe just burst down the Elder Titan just so the natural order wouldn't be there in the fight anymore. If you can find the Elder Titan, that is. That's probably the hardest part for it. But I like to see Lion win. It's an extremely strong hero. Mana Burn is pretty nice, or Mana Drain is pretty nice against some certain heroes. At the moment, don't think any of Execration has to be too afraid. Usually it's like Lion against Terror Blade, maybe against Naga just to clear off those illusions. 5-second cooldown on the Mana Drain. So easy to kill illusions. Hex for one, Mana Drain for another. And just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Not quite as fast, of course, as like Pugna, Aghanim Scepter, Life Drain would be. Just literally 0-second cooldown. Just as long as it takes you to cast and kill off one illusion. But now Execration, 40 seconds left on their own. And it's going to be a Batrider of all the heroes, so that's going to be their offlaner. Looks like Elder Titan finally will be in the support role rather than that core. Insidious Idol, of course, if it goes to late game, I'll definitely have to favor them. Batrider always is going to be a nice initiation force, as is the puck. Especially early on, the puck with the silence against Storm Spirit is going to be just excellent. Against Ember as well. But Insidious Idol, if they do not get... Well, if they live through the early and mid game, they should be fine to take the late game, I think. Even though the natural order will be there, the draw just has its limits in most games. But they do have a decent amount of lockdown as well as silences to deal with the Storm Spirit and just make it so that the Storm Spirit himself doesn't snowball out of control. But we'll see how the lanes are going to be. Most likely we'll just be Batrider off lane with Venge, Elder Titan, draw safe. But to introduce the lineups to you guys, as we have a pause, as always, standard stuff. It's not like we started this game 40-45 minutes later than it was initially scheduled. But go has been given, so was just a small pause, thank God. But for the Insidious idol, Ysera playing that Ember Spirit, Insidious C on the Lion with Chibix on the Storm Spirit, Shagasaurus on the Skyrev, and the last one will be Chew on the Centaur. Okay, I'm going all retarded. Once you go full retard, you have, or once you go half retard, you have to go full retard. But Tokix playing the Drow Ranger with Chemo on the Vengeful Spirit, Fox on the Elder Titan, leaving Primo once again for the third game in a row to play the puck on the mid lane. And the last one is going to be Yui on the Bat Rider. So already clearing up some trees just to get some vision on the support to make sure he does not get snuck upon. Do they have sentries? Yes, Shagasaurus is carrying a sentry. It's going to be apparent at some point that he does have vision. Chu gonna take some damage from the frost arrows, but nothing too massive. Having a ring of protection plus his stout shield keeps him healthy enough. I mean, Drow Ranger, as much damage as he can output. Before that marksmanship, it's not like mind-boggling damage. Insidious though, he's trying to hide already. Probably wants to catch an unsuspecting Bat Rider. Although, you're expecting a Trident to be there anyway. It looks like they swapped up lanes. I'm not too sure if they meant to lane like this from the get-go. But Ysera will head towards the mid lane, of course, is their mid lane player anyway. But has started with his poor man shield. So he must have expected to go up against the Puck. Puck, of course, starting with triple branches as well as an alt talisman. So that's gonna be pretty nice for him. But the poor man shield is a kind of a requirement if you want to lane up against Puck in the mid lane. And even with that, this Ember Spirit might find himself just struggling extremely hard for anything. There is a region room bottom lane as well. So it's just going to be left there for later on. Maybe Sarah going to be able to bottle it up fast enough. Maybe, maybe not. As bottom lane Battler, he already gave up. He didn't even get a single point of XP yet. He already backed off. Just to be on the safe side. Now Shagasaurus is going to go stack up the jungle a little bit. Really like to see that when the supports, if you don't have anything to do anyway, just go and stack. In the mid lane though, Ysera, Primo putting so much harassment on him. Already down to half HP. Has to bring himself out a healing salve. That is not the position you want to be in. You want to get that bottle to be able to just spam the spells, use the flame guard, use that searing change to actually try to harass the Puck back a little bit. So tangos, of course, they're on a cooldown, so they're not the most reliable of things. Healing salve is going to come out, but he might even lose the healing salve plus just not even get the bottle before he's through all of his regeneration. And we have another pause. Chibix this time around. He restarts computer. Oh god, this means this is gonna take forever and ever and ever. I love this stuff. I guess Puck takes the same time at least to disconnect. So we're not gonna have any just different pauses. I hope so. I hope we're not. Look at this money. Random numbers and random gold. Well, Puck already reconnected, but it's so weird though that why would those creeps carry gold coins? I mean, gold coins, I've heard, were pretty hard to come by. But this, okay, maybe since all of it is gold, like everybody has gold coins, no bronze, no silver, no nothing, then it might be fine. Because that's like the only currency that they have. So that's why it doesn't cost as much. Because they must have gold mines somewhere. Roshan, are you sitting on a gold mine or something? He squats and produces. If so, then squat and produce. If anybody knows where that quote is from, you are freaking awesome and you deserve a medal if you know where it is from. The start of it was like, can you shit gold from your ass? Probably the wording was a little bit different and more awesome, but... And the follow-up was, if so, then squat and produce. So yeah, if you know where that was from, kudos to you. You deserve a medal. An imaginary one, but a medal nonetheless. So we'll see also how fast Chibix's PC is. How fast the restart will be. Or how slow. Depending on if it's a decent PC or not. Of course, a lot has to do whether it has an SSD in it or not. SSD, I just found out like 3 weeks ago what an SSD can actually do for you or how fast it makes things work. It's just so fun to have, guys. If you don't limit your, or if you don't like download too many movies, too much, I don't know, don't have like the crazy 4, 5, 50 gigabyte games, I think SSD is the thing you should just get. I myself, I'm casting, I have a couple of games installed, the biggest of them being World of Warcraft, which is like nearly 30 gigabytes. So I got myself a 250 gigabyte SSD, and I have 128 gigabyte free of it. So I'm using about half of it. So I have plenty of space still in store if need be. I mean, Windows doesn't take up much really. Anyway, so depends on your usage. 120 gigabytes might be enough. Maybe you only want to run Windows there just to boot up the PC a little bit faster. And I swear to God, if this Storm Spirit had an SSD, he would be back in the game by now. Unless he has some internet issues to follow up as well, but SSDs, they may be expensive, but my God, are they enjoyable. It really depends on your hard drive usage anyway. I know I've stirred pretty far from Dota, but we haven't even had a first blood or anything, so I'm just gonna talk about whatever I can think of. Guys. So still restarting his PC. Okay, guys, I'm gonna show you something awesome. I'm not sure if I can. Yes, I can. Water. Wait, below water. Oh wow. It's like a crazy fog of death is coming over us. And now out of water, in the water. Out of water, in, out, in. I wish the world of Dota would look... It looks like so much cleaner all of a sudden if you go under the water. I love dark backgrounds like that. But look at this. He has like illusionary swords around him as well. I hadn't even noticed that before. Is it like a set specific thing, or... Is it always like that? Or is it just an after image of his swords moving? I don't know. I cannot say for sure because I do not know such things. But the puck, is he a primate or something? He has like almost normal hands, although his feet are also like hands. So he's kind of like an ape. You're an apish fairy dragon. How does that work? How are you an apish fairy dragon? Why do you have 4 hands? And if you fly anyway, why do you need this many hands? If you can fly, you don't need to climb or anything. So that's the question of life now in Dota. Why does Puck need so many just limbs? Okay, I'm not gonna watch that. That's just too male-centric. Centaur, he's a manly man though. Manly man. Has a beard and everything. If you don't have a beard... Oh, if your dad doesn't have a beard, you've got 2 moms. There's a song like that. I swear to God. It's performed by the Beards. The Beards. If your dad doesn't have a beard, you've got 2 moms. 2 beardless moms. So... Game still paused. I don't even know how long ago he restarted, but... Feels like it's been 5+ minutes at least. Fun freaking times. Lion at least has started with boots, so if ever Battle comes to the lane, Lion should be able to chase him down, and he's gonna hit level 2 as well. Hasn't skilled up anything yet. Depending on the situation. Can be Hex or Earthspike. We'll see which he wants to go for. Maybe both once he hits level 2. Sometimes it's like either Hex and then Mana Drain, or just Earthspike and Mana Drain. But he's not even back, although the game already sees that he's reconnecting. Paper PC. Once you go black. Once you go black, you're in a wheelchair, guys. I don't know why he said it, once go black. I have no idea what that was meant to mean. So, okay, he's back. go. Yes, guys, yes, we finally get this game underway. Thank baby Jesus. Hoping for no more pauses at all. So, game gets underway. Mid lane Ysera, still struggling under the harass of Primo. Last hit wise, it's not horribly behind him in 5-1 compared to a so far 8-2 Puck. Puck, of course, getting some more last hits, some more denies most likely. Starts with more damage thanks to that. And all Talisman Ysera wanted to go aggressive with that level 2. Searing Change will not even come out. He's waiting for it. He might even get the kill like this. He's chasing him down. He's gonna get it, I think. The burn will be enough and Ysera picks up first blood. Man, he was struggling, but he just found the perfect opportunity. Ran him down. Baited out the phase shift before the Searing Change. Searing Change to follow. A few right clicks in Ysera now. Buys up a TP scroll and wants to die in the jungle. Although it's taking him a long time just because he has a poor man shield. But he's gonna die in the end. Has a bottle. TP scroll to come back, respawn, not that long, but he would have had to run just such a long way, and Yui, he was coming in as well on that Batrider. So Yui stacking up the jungle for himself. Of course, usually you would want to get level 2 at least, just to have that sticky napalm to work with, speed up the process of jungling. Firefly alone is like so-so. But there's the time to chew. Don't think there's going to be any follow-up. Fox just farming up the double pull he went for. And Ysera with the bottle now. Primo, he's the one on the back foot all of a sudden. He has the precision aura for extra damage as well. Still not enough. As Ysera 8-1. Puck still heavily leading in last hits. But of course Ysera, he went on a little detour after he got the kill on Primo, and now there's another Searing Change. There's the Flame Guard before the silence. It's gonna be another kill. Primo, he goes down. Yui wants to come in on the Batrider. Don't think he's gonna be able to catch up. Or is he? Never mind. He's gonna turn around the Flame Guard. Burned him a little bit too much in return. So Ysera got himself a secondary kill. Yui even came in. At least Yui is soaking up some XP. Hits that level 2. Top lane now. They're gonna go for a push rather early on. Of course, it's a double creep wave with a siege creep, so it's a pretty nice timing for Execration coming out. Chu on the center, not much he can do solo. But now Insidious, he comes in with level 2 Earth Spike. There's no follow-up. Frost Arrows, once onto Chu. That's about it. Echo Stomp only lands on the creeps, buying some time for the range creeps and the siege creep to hit the tower. But since they were trying to harass, they themselves weren't focusing on the tower all that much. Chu going for the Tranquil Boots as well, it looks like at the moment. Will soon enough have enough gold for it as well. Would have for the boots if he just wanted to use the Courier for it. Although Courier, it's constantly in the movement. Going for Ysera now. Primo going for the bottom. Illusion Rune. Chibix wanted to come in for his own bottle. Will back off though. But this tri lane isn't doing like a crazy amount. Chu still getting some levels. 3.5. Whereas the Batrider, he's about to hit level 3, but he's soaked up XP from the mid lane, for example, as well. Although Batrider, he can always rely on the jungle, whereas the Centaur cannot reliably do so. Yui gonna go back in and stack a little bit more as well. Has slowed down a little bit, but has Tranquil Boots now, a little bit faster. Get some health regen as well. And he's probably gonna get the double stack as well. Pull this, pull the big camp, and just run topside, run north. So, Chibix free farming bottom lane, like literally free farming. There is nobody on the lane contesting him. Maybe the Skydive Mage wants some last hits, but that's probably not gonna happen. So Chibix 34-10 compared to a Drow Ranger who is 24-6. Considering that both of them are offlaners, it's a huge difference. But now in seriously, he's gonna get stunned. Yui comes in with the Firefly. Easy kill onto the Lion, or is it Ysera? He's on the run as well from 3 heroes. Primo doesn't have that Dream Coil yet, but Ysera, his Flame Guard was on cooldown, so he didn't want to go for it. Is he gonna go for Primo again? Illusion Orb already used. Searing Chains were used as well, and Primo, he goes down to the triple remnant of Ysera. 3, 1, and 0. My god, Ysera. He is just completely owning Primo. Chibix is gonna be on the bottom rune, checking that out. He went there a little bit too early even, so maybe wasting some time, or at least send Shagasaurus to soak up the XP from the lane. Missing an entire creep wave for both of them. Shagasaurus did get the Mod Golem, so I guess it's fine. Oh god, Chibix got the regen rune. He's about to hit level 6 soon enough as well. If he had that level 6 now, if he had gotten that one creep wave, that would have been an immediate champion probably. But top lane now, Insidious looks like he has made his base on the top side. They're gonna find Chemo. Hex first, maybe. There's the Earth Spike. Hoofstomp to follow. Double H, are they even using joining? He comes in for 2. Searing Change will land on both dog kicks as well as Fox. They do get the kill onto the Lion, but it's a 2 for 1 and Fox, he is gonna run away, but it's completely worth trading that, especially since Ember Spirit gets even more out of this early game than he already had. My god, this Ember Spirit, this era, it's impressive really. Has the face boots already as well. I mean, lasted twice, Puck still has more. And it's gonna kind of cancel out all the kills and everything if the Puck just continues like this. But look at the bottom lane as well, tier 1. Down to less than quarter of the HP. So Chibix together with Chegasaurus, they're just slowly but surely pushing things out. And now Chibix has the ultimate, has the regen rune still in the bottle. Whoever shows his face might just pay the price as Yui, farming up the jungle, not even managing to clear it up properly. Not enough sticking ape on stacks, I guess. Or went to that camp a little bit too late, just started with the big one first, I don't know. In any case, Chibix might get the tier 1 here. It's in the eye range already, so if they can defend this cliff, though used, then Chibix is going to just stand his ground and maybe go for Chemo. I don't think they had vision though, so Chemo does survive, but tier 1 goes down, Chibix has a regen rune. He can afford to just tank things up. Because Execration, they're not anywhere close to just set up a kill on him. Puck though has a Dream Coil, so that's nice. Fox hanging around mid lane as well. Level 5 already, not too bad for a support Elder Titan. Vengeful 4.5 as well, soaking up some XP from the bottom lane. But Chibix, oh god, there is a quad stack for him to farm up, or try to farm it up at least, and looks like my co-caster has arrived. Yes, HeflaTV.
Yay, here I am. But just missed the kill though.
It's your fault, man. Your fault.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I'm here now. Oh, but keep on talking. I have to get, I don't know, familiar with what they drafted here.
So yeah, Zera finds himself another kill. Literally, Zera, he's been a part of every single kill. Mid lane Ember Spirit usually doesn't just become that active. Of course, 3 of the kills were on the Puck solo. So Zera just playing extremely well in this game. He is number 2 in net worth, whereas Puck, he has more last hits than the Ember, but net worth difference is almost 1500. And Ember Spirit has the magic one, going for drums next, bracers. Man, Zera, really impressive performance so far. But Chu on the top lane, on the center, is about to hit level 6 in about half a level, a little bit less even. So they're going to have the Stampede, which is going to make it even easier for you to just close up your distance onto Doc X's Throw Ranger. Center does take some damage from Natural Order level 1 and the Frost Arrows, but does manage to back off, so all is fine. Chegasaurus not quite level 6 for the Mystic Flare, neither is Lion for that Finger of Death, but Lion, as I say that, he's deeping bottom lane to get at level 6. Chibix still continues to farm up the jungle as well, just using the Remnant as well as the level 1 Overload, and funny enough, he has gone for maxing out Remnant over the Overload, so I guess they just planned for him to farm up the stacks. And that's gonna be Power Threads, 1 Oblivion Staff, so going for an Orchid, and if he continues like this, it's gonna be a pretty fast one. Top lane though, they jump in with his Zera, Searing Chains onto Doc X, priority target, Throw Ranger, he's down. They might even get more if they just manage to chase them down. 4 seconds, 4, never mind, they're gonna back off. Still, Throw killed, they don't even care about the support. So, are you familiar with the draft?
Well, sort of. I just read the chat. What did you say? Some people are going like, what the fuck, counter MMR? What did you say? You made them so angry.
I have no idea. I was just talking about like SSD, hard drives and everything, so I don't know.
Oh, well, I guess some people are allergic to hardware.
If you know about hard drive, your MMR must be shit, man.
Yeah, I guess. That totally
I also talked about why does Puck have so many limbs? Like, he has like 2 hands and 2 legs, but all of them are the same, so why does he need them if he can fly anyway?
That's a legit question, actually, but nothing I ever thought or dared to think about. But either way, let's go into this game. Like, I'm actually joining at a nice time because, like, as you already said, like, the level 6 are already coming up. Like, the center is now level 6, which, yeah, gives us the Stampede, and I definitely like the Stampede as an in and out little ultimate on a very short cooldown. But in the mid, they want to gank him here.
Well, if they get the kill, it's going to be huge. I mean, 6-1 and 1 KDA is pretty damn strong. And that one death on him was just him denying himself into the creeps in the enemy jungle. Zera, he wants to keep going, never mind, gonna back off. Primo, he's just having to play so scared, and it's not often you see just Ember Spirit solo killing, but top lane, the Stampede, Hoofstomp not coming out thanks to the magic missile, but the double H will be there with the Earth Spike, Hoofstomp to land the kill. Astral Spirit a little bit annoying from Fox, but another kill, 8 and 3. Storm Spirit, he hasn't even joined a single fight, although now he wants to go for dog kicks, who just came to the bottom lane. He's going to jump in. Gust is already used Chibix. Electric Vortex, but gonna back off afterwards. Okay, that was a little bit weird, but at least Throw Ranger doesn't die this time.
He does the right thing though, like he found the Draw Ranger, waited for the Gust came out, actually hit him, but then in the end he's baiting out that nice little gold from the puck, so they force them into a rotation. In the meantime, they get some pressure on the tier 1 tower, so doing exactly the right thing. Now he's back to the jungle, just farming a bit for himself, waiting for his mana regen to kick in. He's actually halfway through his Orchid at the moment. Well, not entirely halfway, but at least he almost has money for the recipe, and then the second Oblivion stuff has to come. But for now, we have the 12-minute runes and the smoke on the Dire side, so they might actually find that storm.
Alright, Yui has the blink there. There's the first lasso of the game as well. Easy kill. Waning Rift to follow. Just perfect timing for the jump.
Yep, that was a pretty important kill actually. I mean, he just got that rune, and then the storm with a, I don't know, full mana and a double damage rune. He could have gotten someone. Oh, but look in the mid there on the puck. He's down with the finger of LOL before we could even start to cast anything here.
Just the finger of death. That's exactly what you pick the Lion for as well, up against the puck at least. Just make sure that you kill him off. And killing off the Draw Ranger fast is also going to be a priority in the fights, just because Precision Aura makes it so that everybody hits harder. So if you just burst up the Draw Ranger, he can't do anything at all. Center also finds his Blink Dagger now. So Chemo has to be careful. Storm Spirit coming to the top lane. Oh, this Vengeful Spirit is just so damn dead. Unless he backs off right now. But there's the jump in. Blink, Hoof Stomp, Double Edge, and yeah, there was no escape.
Yeah, not much to do there. Like, that was his wrap for that gank around the bottom rune. And that is, yeah, pretty much the start for his next Oblivion stuff. And he can even pressure the tier 1 tower. I think that tier 1 tower is gone because, like Execration, they won't be able to rotate in there. They're gonna use the cliff, but that's pretty much about it.
With the double damage helping on Chibix, it's gonna be pretty easy. And if he gets the last hit as well, that's just gonna mean that he's that much closer to that Orchid being finished. He has enough for the quarter stuff, only needs the Sage's Mask and then the recipe. Probably gonna be a 16-minute one, depending on if they get a few more kills or another tower.
Yeah, I mean, I think the next tower might be actually tier 1. It looks like they're gonna go through the Dire jungle and rotate in. And actually there's 4 hero waiting, make that 5 as the rotation is coming in. And the storm is actually not part of it, so they might find themselves outnumbered here in the mid, as there's also a smoke come. The smoke being soon revealed. Now the Batrider knows someone must be around here. And look at it, there's the Firefly, and he grabs the center.
Oh, it's gonna be an easy kill, just 5 versus 1, nothing for them to do at all. So that's a kill. At least it's only 1 death. I mean, in Sears Idol, it could have been way worse for them if they had tried to go for the aggressive and suddenly ran like with 3 into 5. So only losing the center, it's acceptable for them. As Chibix didn't put too much pressure on the tier 2, unfortunately. Of course, Storm Spirit, not the fastest of pushers, at least compared to like Shakiro, maybe even Draw Ranger if he has free time to right click.
I don't think that AT is gonna be safe for much longer here. The remnants are already coming in, the chains are there, and this is already enough. I thought the storm might join in, but the storm maybe goes for something else. He maybe finding the Batrider, but he's blinking away. Oh look, now hell is breaking loose. They go on the puck. He's falling. I don't know if he's actually falling. The Lion, his last will is the stun on 3 people. Beautifully done. 4 down, and our last survivor is only the Batrider, but I don't think he can do anything unless he follows up on that storm. But there are too many to protect him. So
it's safe to say that Chibix suddenly, he found exactly what he needed, and they're also gonna get the tower, so that's gonna be Orchid 15 minutes in, with Power Threads and Magic Wand. Pretty good timing. He's gonna come back in for the Elder Titan Fox. Searing Chains, not used yet, waiting for it. There are the Searing Chains. Nobody else is gonna even be there. Sleight of Fist. He goes down before the Echo Storm.
Beautiful dodge of that Echo Storm. Beautiful. I don't know why Chewie didn't wait for the chains. I mean, he must have known that there have to be chains, so he could have just held him in place, then hoof stomp him, but he tried to like just fish the hoof stomp, missed, and I was like, oh damn it, ET's gonna get away, but in the end, well, chains were still available and easy going, and well, the poor puck again might be target of something here.
Do they have the Finger of Death as well on the Lion who's coming in? Yes, they do. Blink coming off cooldown. Blink Hex. There it is. And oh, beautiful Earthspike. Hoofstone to follow onto 2 as well. Finger of Death used to kill off Primo. Chemo will be next. Gust is there, but doesn't matter. Right click still go through.
Oh.
My god.
Idol is on fire here. I have to say that. Like, at the moment, Mr. Stand-in here, Insidious, he is, I don't know, playing amazingly. Like, his Earthspikes, last team fight we had him on 3. This time on both, so there's no magic missile. Perfect timing, perfect initiation, and that for a Lion. I mean, Usually a Lion doesn't have a Blink Dagger at 16 minutes, but, well.
Yeah, he almost has the same net worth as that Throw Ranger. Of course, maybe not quite as almost, but he has more than... Oh, never mind. There's the jump. Silence onto Throw Ranger. Mystic Flare to follow. The Electric Vortex actually dragged him out, and jibix now, he's on the run. He goes down. A little bit too deep. Ysera cleans up the kills, but he's going to lose his own life as well. So Insidious Idol heavily overextending. It is a 2 for 2, but since they were so far ahead, never mind. It's going to be a 2 for 3 as Insidious got swapped back. But both the Storm and Ember, they were so far ahead.
Still alive, but no, he's not gonna survive it. The last punch of the Batrider is gonna finish it. That was not so good. A 3 for 2 in the end. Well, it all comes down to jipix maybe diving a bit too deep. Plus, well, the silence there, the Waning Rift really made it impossible for him to make a jump out.
You have to be a little bit more careful. Of course, things had gone so well for them in the past, so there was just like, yeah, we're invincible, we can jump anywhere. Almost every single team has kind of that feeling if you're completely rolling over the enemy. But you will get punished a little bit. So the graphs drop down slightly, but it's still a 7.5k net worth lead, 17 minutes in. About a 6k XP as well. And Insidious Idol, I just think they have better late game in general as well. And Dokix on the draw doesn't even have Mask of Madness finished yet. He has played it 3 games today. First game was excellent, draw, raped everything. Second game started going worse, and third game is even just more horrible for them. So it feels like they've used the Draw Ranger luck up or something.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, we must also not forget, I mean, Insidious Idol made not the best trades just now, but all the other engagements we also had the Skyrive Mage, and I have to say the Skyrive Mage did like a really good job. Like, the silence is complete killer, for example, for the Batrider or for the Puck. For the Puck, the most, obviously. So they definitely need him. Like, Earthspike alone, even on multiple target, is not enough. They need the Scarab Mage, get the Puck disabled, and once the Puck is out, they don't have to fear anything. When they can free cast, it should be just fine. And now we have a smoke here in the mid, and they're going straight. They don't even make any little detours. Or maybe I'm wrong. They're gonna go for the secret shop, and they're gonna find someone once they're on high ground.
Oh man, Stampede, there's the Hex onto Chemo, Hoofstomp as well. Nice Earthspike, will land on at least 2 once again. But the Dream Coil turnaround is there. It's a 1 for 0 so far. Vengeful Spirit does go down, so support for support, Chu on the run as well. It's not as good, never mind, this is 2 for 0. Yui gonna go down as well, maybe one more Arcane Bolt, not gonna follow up. Remnant out by Ysera as well. I think that Remnant was a little bit too defensive maybe, but jibix finds Primo, who's gonna just jaunt away with the Waning Rift silence. So it's a 2 for 1. I mean, I would have thought that Insidious Idol is going to get a better jump there, but...
Well, the problem is the Lion didn't get the Finger of Laws off. I mean, the Finger was ready, but he died right before he could use it. If he could have just, I don't know, done that Finger directly on a Vengeful Spirit, would have died faster. Maybe they would have gotten that follow-up kill for a 1 for 3. But in the end, it's still an advantage trade for Insidious Idol, so why are we complaining? Like, if they just repeat that, it should be just fine, because Execration is also not farming at the moment. Oh, and the Storm jumping on the Puck with the silence, but he's getting counter-silence. Center missing his hoof stomp, and now they're in big trouble. Oh, jibix, now you can get the hell out of here.
My god, how close was that, jibix? The silence ended just in time. One more right click would have been the end of him. Insidious also manages to blink out before the Astral Spirit damages him. So Insidious Idol once again slightly off mark there, although the Soul Burn brought down the Puck to like, I think 50 HP or something. So it was pretty damn close. But they do stay alive. Of course, Insidious Idol don't lose anything either, so all is well. And do you think Storm Spirit's next item is going to be a BKB now, just to make sure you don't get silenced? Or is he going greedy, just plus stone or something?
I was just about to comment on that. Like, right now this game is about who gets the first silence on the right target. Silence initiation on the Puck. With the draw not initiated on, that means like the draw will come and just silence you, and you as a Storm can't do anything. And it's pretty much the other way around if the Puck gets, for example, initiation on the Storm. So at the moment it's a silence war. We have on both sides a silence now with the Orchid and of course the Ancient Seal on Insidious Idol, and we have Waning Rift and Gust on the other side. And then it comes down to like stuns and other initiations. But Insidious Idol has the more direct approach, like faster instant stuns that gave them so far the edge. But let's see, with that lasso on Illusion, Peekaboo! Nothing happened there.
Epic bait from Ysera. He was just standing on the high ground, not moving. Of course, he was just waiting for enough gold to finish up his Battle Fury. He needed the Void Stone as well. jibix just split pushing top lane in the meantime. But it's a pretty good timing for Ysera, considering he also finished up Drums on the Ember Spirit.
But look what just happened. They just smoked under this ward here at the secret shop. So they know exactly what's happening, and you see it. They know they're on the way south. which means they just gonna avoid them by going to the west easily. They can farm the Dire jungle, wait here on the high ground, having the high ground advantage, so this smoke doesn't do anything unless you go into Roshan, obviously. I think that's what Insidious Idol didn't expect, so this Roshan is definitely going their way, and they're probably gonna trade the tier 2 tower for it, that's about it.
Chemo almost just got bashed down by Roshan even, but it is Roshan down, but is the Aegis even worth losing a tier 2 at this point? I mean, usually it's the common trait, but they are far behind as it is, Execration. And this Aegis, does it really allow them to fight?
Well, having the draw a second time up is definitely something, because he might be, alongside with the Puck, the one who's getting initiated on. And now that Astral Spirit at the moment is really what keeps Execration in a good position, because he's scouting out, he sees them on the high ground, he knows, okay, nobody can go close there because they're just gonna jump up from the hill on you, and that's pretty much it. So right now, Insidious Idol, they don't find the opening they're looking for. Roshan for tier 2 tower is all they got, and the second thing they achieve is obviously Execration being pinned down, just farming the mid lane at the moment. Still, they have to find an opening.
Oh, maybe they will find it somewhere, but at the moment, like you said, Astral Spirit just kind of keeping Execration a little bit safer. Really nice scouting being done by that. Chu, of course, still farming off the enemy jungle, and Execration, even if they're not getting picked off, they're not farming at the same time either, just because in Insidious Idol, they've asserted so much map dominance already that Execration, they're pretty much forced to be in the quarter of their own map. Not a half, just a quarter. And, well, Ember Spirit pushed out mid lane a little bit, remnanted back just before Puck wanted to blink in with the silence. So, 21 to 10, looking at the graphs as well, about a 8k net per fleet. XP nearing 7.5 once again as well. So in Insidious Idol, they're not explosively growing anymore, but they're still looking extremely solid.
Yep, you have to excuse me again for some minutes. I'm still on that, like, I have to actually say to the viewers, like, giveaways are awesome. I love to give away stuff, and the viewers are always happy about giveaways, but the work in the background for it is just insane. Adding all those people, trading them is just... But yeah.
It's, at the moment, more horrible just because you cannot trade that item before a certain date. Or, oh, well, that date is now. Okay, that date is today, never mind.
Yeah, it's the 21st today, so that's... Our tickets are going out today to the 10 winners we had on Facebook. But still, like, I have still 5 more tickets to go. Either way, be right back.
So, looks like Chibix is building for the Lincoln Sphere now on the Storm Spirit, and a pretty smart choice. I mean, BKB is all well and good as well, most of the times, but you might still get lassoed and just burst it down by the physical damage of the Drow Ranger and just the Precision Aura helping out everybody. So Lincoln's is going to prevent that, although BKB, you don't want to get silenced, and Lincoln's doesn't help anything for that. So we'll see, Chibix might get jumped now before the Lincoln's is finished. Oh god, there's the lasso coming out. He has a haste rune as well. What a great time to have it. Magic Missile will follow Gust as well, Chibix. Nowhere to run. Easy kill. He did purchase the Lincoln's recipe at least before, so he didn't lose a crazy amount of gold. Although, still 419 lost, man. I thought he might lose a little bit less, but unfortunate. Still nice kill for Execration. The haste rune, of course. Without the haste rune, I don't think they would have gotten it, at least not as cleanly. Just because they wouldn't have been close enough for an immediate Magic Missile. Searing Chains, connect on Chemo with a double damage Sleight of Fist. Double damage still gonna wear off, so doesn't matter too much. Another 2.1k on Ysera, another Sleight of Fist. Just keep on spamming them out, keep on clearing the creep wave. And he knows that there's no lasso, so he shouldn't be too afraid unless he gets swapped back in. Blink, silence, never mind, he got the remnant out before. So he's safe. Storm Spirit still number 1 in net worth, completely tied with the Ember Spirit though, even though he died himself. Storm Spirit really only needs that Void Stone. Another 600 gold. And seriously, Flame Break comes out first. Can he get the Hex on you? Stampede is there. The turnaround, Hoof Stomp and Hex at the same time. Finger of Death used even. But it's not enough for the kill, and now Chu, he's in trouble. Oh god, they misplayed the situation. Elder Titan even used the Earth Splitter for this. But Ysera, he wants to come in. Do they really want to fight? No, they do not. Ysera, he's gonna go down as well. Sleight of Fist, Remnant out. Oh god, that was so close and so clutch. In Insidious Idol, they're making a couple of unnecessary mistakes, really. Wanted to go for some needless aggression. So they're losing a little bit. And Execration, well, it's good that they get the kills, but are they getting the farm to compensate for their just lack of farm from beforehand? Or, well, it's still nice to get the kills, but they need a Stroh to just get 6 slotted and do it soon, because otherwise Insidious Idol will take over at some point. At least in theory they should. Unless they keep on doing moves like they have. If they really just keep on going one by one and not going for any organized movements, they might get heavily punished by it. I mean, I've seen games thrown from way worse positions. Or, well, I guess way better positions if you're looking at it from Insidious Idol's perspective. But Lincoln's is finished now on the Storm Spirit. So that's just one extra helper in staying alive. Dokix though has a BKB on draw, so there's not the crazy amount of physical damage quite yet from Insidious Idol. So this BKB might be exactly what they need. But can they get it delivered, Chibix? He's there with the invis. Is he gonna jump onto the chemo? He's down to half HP as it is. Yes, there's the electric vortex. Yui though comes in. Lincoln's not even popped as Yui. Just couldn't get the last one. There's Insidious. Blink Hex onto Primo. Earthspike will miss thanks to a nice Force Staff. So everybody else stays alive. Just a kill on the Vengeful. And Chibix, does he want to jump? Or he gets jumped into the Lincolns. Lasso is still there. He had the Force Staff. And Chibix is going to go down. Gusted up as well. Nothing to save him. God, BKB. Not too sure if it would have been enough anyway if you get Lasso. But Earth Splitter will not connect on anybody. But they get the Storm Spirit. Only lose a Vengeful for it. Once again, Execration getting a favorable trade for themselves. So they're holding on. They're not losing any more buildings at this point in time. And they're getting the kills on enemy cores. Isera even going for a BKB of his own on the Ember. So the Lincolns. Oh, Primo, he jumps in, but the Remnant was out before. My god. Isera, he's so fast with the Remnants. Everything Primo. He's still around though. Gets another 4-step out from Fox this time around. But your Spike is there. Sleight of Fist gets the kill. So they finally lose one in return. Puck, of course, maybe went a little bit too aggressive as it was. Or rather, the rest of his team didn't go aggressive enough to follow. I mean, the Storm Spirit was down, so they could have just taken a fight with the numbers advantage. But they didn't, so nothing came out of it. And whoa, what? Really? Lion at the moment didn't go for the second point of Finger of Death. I'm almost positive it was a misclick. Just because that lower cooldown, 60 seconds, it's pretty huge, plus of course more damage as well. Not too shabby.
But then again, he's almost level 12, so who cares?
Maybe he would have been able to use it last fight already had he leveled it up earlier.
Yep, I guess. Either way, 2 new tickets found their new owner. Yeehaw. 3 more to go. Oh, I love giveaways. Not.
You don't love to... You just said before that you love to give away, but...
Yeah, I love it, but the work around it is just hilarious. Like the last 2 guys I had here for their winnings, like they had a too slow connection to actually trade. So we had to try forth and back, and they didn't have it enabled, but whatever. They want to jump here, maybe on the Puck, but the Puck has no orb. Well, he needs to be silenced, but he's gonna manage to blink that guy out. Batrider, however, he's looking for someone, and he finds the poor Lion. Is that enough so far? I'm not sure.
Well, the BKB is there with the Stampede. He goes down, he got the lasso off, but it's a support for core. Puck goes down as well. Throw with his BKB, tries to do something with his arrow, just keeps on cleaving him down. Chemo, he's the one on the run now. He's going to get jumped. Elder Titan at the same time. It's a 5-for-1, and Execration, they were the ones jumping.
Yep, this is a really, really bad fight. I mean, this is 6k experience swing, just like that. A tier 2 tower on top of it, Cherry on top of Decay, and now this is also high crown time. But it's still a double damage on the Ember Spirit, half duration. They can easily go for it. Like, this was perfect time for Insidious Idol. Finding everyone committing on a Lion, now double damage on the Ember Spirit, and, well, I don't think they can do anything. This is another 10 seconds till the first guys are coming back, the Astro Spirit especially. They're gonna get the tier 3 tower for sure.
It's not going as fast, but yeah, they're probably going to get the tier 3. Maybe they can go for range racks. Now creeps come in to help out a little bit. Or do you think they should just try to go for melee? Or, well, never mind, they're going back off entirely. Don't want to feed away just the advantage that they just got.
It's quite surprising actually, they played quite safe. Even the courier picking up the second gem. So this fight was not just a 5-on-1 trade and the tier 2 and the tier 3 tower. Oh, the Batrider jumping in, want to find something, maybe the chains are connecting, but no, they do the right decision, they go back because it's a really bad idea. But Insidious, he didn't get the memo of the team, so he will be the scapegoat. He just came back from the fountain and he's immediately back from where he started.
Well, I guess your praise of how well the Lion was playing just got to him because... He hasn't been able to do too much. I mean, a Lion isn't a hero who should lead the charge. I mean, yes, you can be the blink initiator, but you shouldn't be the one who checks behind blind corners usually.
Absolutely, and well, let's see what's next. I mean, it seems like Shagasaurus wants to get in position to make a nice silence, but oh, they have still the lasso. They want to find the Ember, but the Ember so fast on the Remnant, easily out. I mean, they know where he is, but, well, the puck is trying with the coil, but BKB on, so he doesn't care at all. With the chains, Yule Scepter preventing that, but now we have the lasso, and oh, he's surrounded. Should have just taken the easy way out because he had another remnant, but he didn't go for it. So in the end, Center on the run as well, and Insidious Idol, they need to regroup.
Yeah, that was extremely greedy plays, but he buys back. They don't want to give the Roshan away. Mystic Flare misses thanks to the Force Staff, although Mystic Flare came out later. I guess he had already decided to cast it, and now from the backline, Chibix, he's gonna go down with the Silencer easy. He gets one in return. Silence, will it end in time? No, it will not. So Doc
but they still go for the puck after they got a Vengeful Spirit now. There's Yule Scepter and the Orb. He's gonna manage it out, but maybe they have some people circling around as a center, just popping his Stampede. But no, he's not gonna find him, but he might find the Batrider. He has a Hoof Stomp available if he finds the Blink Dagger, but no, it's not really happening. It's still a better trade for Insidious Idol, but we have to consider that the Ember Spirit spent a buyback on this one. So it was very ambitious what they tried to do here.
Chibix just coming in from behind like that, then still, he's not going for a BKB at all. I mean, we thought Lincoln's is going to be enough, but Lincoln's doesn't even just guarantee that you're not going to get lassoed, because 4 step from Batrider first, prop the Lincoln's, then get just lasso to follow. It's a little bit greedy, and he's just died so many times purely because of silence. Had he had the BKB, Storm Spirit would have been able to actually do something in the fight, but not the case. But now mid lane, another lasso. Nope, the Hex is there before. Or rather, lasso came out. Hoof Stomp to follow. Nice cast from DocX as well. Ysera, he's gonna have to escape with the BKB. Just the physical damage is a little bit too much for them to handle. And another slow one to chew. Can he blink out? No, he cannot. Yule Sceptered up. They lose another core hero, and even Ember Spirit just dropped so low. I don't know, in Serious Idol, they're just taking silly fights. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, sometimes they don't really find the, let's say, best initiation, even though they should, but I don't know. When it comes to vision, I mean, just look around the vision they have, like, wards everywhere. They see almost every move, but Chibix jumping in here on the Vengeful Spirit. He's going down already. Unless there is the silence, it's still enough, but the Storm Spirit, he has to hurry up, but the puck is actually waiting there, but now he's just a little frog, and there's nothing they can do. Here is the stun. Chibix coming back in. And, well, they have to give up the whole Roshan project as 2 are already down. And, well, 4 stuff of the Elder Titan. But look at him. He's in there. Just caught. Well, the draw is going down as well. And they might find more. The problem is they are all at the end of their mana. Still, for the ET, it's more than enough.
And that's now enough gold for Chibix to finish up that Bloodstone as well, I believe. And he got an Ultra kill out of this, man. Oh, God.
And it's Roshan. That's the worst thing. To be honest, I don't like the fact that he went for the Lincoln Sphere first, because like that Bloodstone, after all these fights, it could have had like, I don't know, 12, 15 charges maybe, even with that team wipe before and all the little pickoffs.
Well, he has died like 2 or 3 times since finishing the Lincolns as well.
They had more kills than he had deaths overall, and he was mostly part of all of them. But either way, they're gonna get Roshan, there's nothing Execration can do. And this time the Aegis on the Storm, for example, that's really bad news, because he can take out almost 1 target unless he gets really stunned and silenced right away. If he comes back, that's at least another target, even if they have a bad fight.
Storm Spirit definitely one of the best Aegis carriers in the game, just because you can do so much with your full mana pool. And it's a pretty huge mana pool as well now, with the Lincoln's Orchid as well as the Bloodstone. I mean, 1.9k, you can zip away from such a long distance. And this is going to be the follow-up as well. Lion can come blink 4 step forward. Blink 4 step on the center as well. They're just all so damn mobile, and I think the mobility has been mostly what's been winning them the fights, just because Execration, they have Puck, they have that Batrider as well, but other than that, the other heroes are just, they get caught and there's no escape for them.
Yep, absolutely. Still, Execration, they hold on to it, they smoke, trying to find something. The Batrider in the front lines, he needs that proper lasso. Now, of course, with the 4 stuff, they can displace someone quite far, but they're going for the wrong direction. Right now, the only chance they have is maybe getting a courier, as, well, everybody of Insidious Idol is in dire jungle. Oh, they find the ET, jump upon him, 4 stuff saving him for just the time being, but now he's held in place, and with the Hoof Stomp, that's the end of his existence. Still, look where they are. Look where all the Execration people are. I don't know what they try to do here, but it might be that they're completely boxed in.
Well, they might still try to go for an elaborate backstab gank, although it's gonna be pretty hard. Elder Titan, yes, it's a support, but you need natural order if you're so far behind as it is, just to make sure that the Raw Ranger's physical damage completely wrecks through, because what bonus armor do Insidious Idol have at the moment? Tranquil Boots for Insidious C, and that's, I think, all. There's no AC, no Vlad, or
I
anything.
still love what they do. Look at this culture. They're just standing here on the Radiant Ancient spot while the others, they just go for high ground here. I don't know what they are waiting for. But there's no one coming back. Now
they're going to be on the high ground until the Aegis expires, I don't know.
That was a really weird play, but now they're going in here on the center. It's only a silence for some harass, but look at it. They jump on the throw range. He's going down within seconds. And this is really some half-assed initiation of them. And it was not really worth it. Now with the draw ranger down, not having a buyback, this is high ground.
Yeah, they're gonna get another jump. Chemo gets found on the Vengeful Spirit. He didn't even TP back. Not sure if he didn't have a TP. Silence onto Chibix. Still not gonna be enough. They need the draw ranger for the damage. This game, but Yui comes in with the BKB lasso onto his They're gonna kill off the Ember, or are they? He's dropping low. Another Sleight of Fist gets the Remnant out just before that Earth Splitter connected. Chibix drops low as well. Primo hexed up and fingered down. So Fox now stand up, Earth Spike, Electric Vortex. They throw everything at him. 4 heroes down, no buybacks on either of them. Another set of racks. This just feels like GG.
I mean, they're all low in mana and HP, but with 4 down, they don't have to fear much. The Batrider alone can't really do anything, and the Ember will come back full mana, full everything very soon. There we are.
And Chibix, his regeneration is pretty damn great even without the bottle being used. I mean, 44 mana per second, just 12 Blaststone charges already as well. That's one set of racks. Maybe they won't be able to claim 2 now, although I think if they really wanted to force it, they could, but they're gonna play it safe.
Well, I guess it's the right thing to do right here. They have the advantage on pretty much all ends. I mean, in experience, in gold, they are now 1 racks down. In bottom, there's a tier 3 missing. And Execration, they're just going for one strange fight into another. Like, the draft and everything, the initiation they have, it's not bad. Like, on paper, at least, this game should not be so one-sided at the moment, I think. But the decisions they make, like standing around the Radiant Ancient there, missing like almost 2 minutes of XP and whatnot, and then just to TP in and getting singled out, I don't know where this came from, but really bad decisions.
Oh, it definitely has been, and well, the graphs pretty much reflect that as well. Almost a 25k net worth lead now for Insidious Idols. XP has surpassed 25k already. And how long do they have the Aegis for? Still another 40-50 seconds. So if they time it correctly, Chibix can go on a rampage before losing the Aegis. But if they time it badly, he just might die while thinking he has the Aegis. But he's going to zip in. Silence out to Primo as well. Does he follow up? Yule Scepter is there. Chibix, of course, he can stay there. He wants to lose the Aegis, I think, at this point. And now Yui, he goes in, doesn't get the last onto his era. Remnant out. The Stampede is used as well, or never mind, it's not. There's the Stampede now. Chibix just had a haste room for a little while. They get the jump onto Dokix. Nice swap from Chemo, saves the throw ranger, but is it gonna be enough? Throw, not popping the BKB yet. There's the Aegis down. Gonna go for Shaga Source. Dokix does quite a lot, but it's not gonna be enough. Another Sleight of Fist, 3 heroes down, and that's really GG.
Yep, that must be the GG. That the Storm Spirit, he was so ballsy just because he wanted to get rid of that Aegis. It was about to expire, and he had pretty low mana. And now he has a lot of mana left. This is bottom ranks. Execution not calling the GG, but I don't think they can do anything. Now you see the massive plings. They're like, yeah, let's go for freaking everything, and I don't know. It's really time to GG. This is the first game, right, of a best of 2 series?
Yes, it is.
So also from a psychological factor, you should just, I don't know, go for it. Look, they're farming them even in the fountain right now. This is, I don't know, bad idea to not go for GG, because this is humiliation at this point.
Execration, they just seem as a team that hardly ever call GG like that, even if things are just horrible for them. Like, I think last game against Mineski, they pretty much had lost all of their racks already. Tier 4s were falling, but not like super fast or anything, and they still didn't call GG, they were just sitting in the fountain and doing nothing.
Well, if they like it that way, sure, but right now this is definitely not helping the team morale. Like, I was always one of those guys who said like, well, if it's really GG, you should call GG, so you get with a better mentality into game number 2, but it seems like Execration, they're like, I don't know, showing this Asian style of like, we resist everything, like we fight till the last man and everything. Like, to be very honest with you, like 30k in experience, 35k, almost 30k in gold, you can't come back on this on 1 racks. Even if Insidious Idol makes some huge and crazy trades right now, they could red everything down, or overall the creeps will just put them in pressure.
It's just not with the heroes that Execration has for sure, and well, they just kill off Puck like it's nothing. Swap back as well, the lasso is used, but not gonna amount to anything at all. Tokix still getting chased down by Chibix, although Chibix has to be a little bit careful with the BKB on draw. Shagasaur's gonna lose his life, but Tokix will fall shortly after. Godlike on Chibix, silence onto Yui, Earth Spike gets the kill on Elder Titan, and there's the GG call.
Finally, the GG call. I don't know if they really thought they can mount the last defense here, but it wasn't the case. Either way, we're going in game number 2. I like the draft, but it really came down to like decision making, and at the start of the game it was 2 silences versus 2 silences paired up with some more stun on Insidious Idol, and the fact is Insidious Idol, they just made the better initiation.
The laning just didn't go too great either. Just Puck got schooled by that Ember Spirit in the mid lane, and if you don't get a decently fast ping tagger on Puck, he got it like 21 minutes in, which is pretty damn slow, just not enough impact early mid game. But guys, like HeflaTV said, we're heading into game number 2, so hopefully you're gonna join us there as well to see some more great Southeast Asian Dota. You can always follow us if you want to see us some other days as well. It's Facebook and Twitter.com/HeflaTV, so check us out there. The links are also below the stream, where you can also find our other channels on Twitch. But for now, this is it, and see you in game number 2.